Out of 196 countries, I have only found myself in real physical danger one time. I traveled to Yemen as a photographer for a Norwegian author who was writing a book about the least visited countries in the world. On our last night in the country, I woke up to the sound of gunshots outside of my hotel. I jumped out of bed and ran to the window to see that there were 50 or so men congregated in the parking lot, yelling and pushing each other around with 6 cars with flashing headlights, blocking the only exit. With no security in sight, I grabbed my phone to call my contact in the country, who didn't answer because this was happening around 2 o'clock in the morning. I could hear voices outside of my hotel room, even though I knew that we were the only people staying in the hotel. That was the first time I had ever heard a fully automatic weapon discharged. I literally ducked and looked around the room, realistically looking for the best place to hide. In that moment, there was nothing I could do but sit with my fear of potentially being kidnapped until eventually all the men disappeared and I could cry myself to sleep after the adrenaline wore off. The next morning, I talked to my contact in the country and asked him what had happened the night before. He responded with, "Oh, that was just a wedding party." Since Yemen is an Islamic country, they do not drink alcohol, and one of the ways that they celebrate is by shooting guns. Basically, what this means is that the scariest thing that has ever happened to me while traveling